We brought in personal finance expert Lynette Khalfani-Cox to help us break this down and what it really means for you, to take it out of this abstract Washington Beltway talk and what it's going to mean for your paycheck if you're watching right now. Lynette.
Well, obviously, the big thing is that if they don't craft a deal by December 31st, as you mentioned, everybody's tax rates are going to go up. Right now, the lowest tax rate we have is 10%. The highest is 35%. If higher tax rates kick in, those rates will move to 15% on the low end to 39.6% on the high end. And unfortunately, that's not all. In addition to, tax increases, there's going to be a huge amount of spending cuts in areas that affect a lot of Americans. Everything from Medicare to child care, education, etc. And then, of course, a lot of people are worried about, okay, well, what is this going to mean for my income, my paycheck that I get from my employer? We've had a 2% payroll sort of reduction the last year, and that's going to go away too if they don't do anything about it. So on average, you figure the typical U.S. household earning about $50,000. Expect your taxes, unfortunately, to go up by about $2,000 if Congress fails to act.
Now, is that something that people are going to see right away because their company will change the way their paycheck taxes are calculated? Or is that something that most people aren't going to see until, not this April, but next April when they get socked with a huge bill?
I know this is a big worry for everybody because they've been hearing about this looming deadline. But frankly, I don't think that most employers will automatically start taking more money out of your paycheck immediately. I think that obviously what happens this weekend is going to be vitally important. But I think that a lot of employers will decide to keep the same tax rate in terms of withdrawals that they had been doing in 2012. And then if they say, wow, we're 2 weeks into this, it's mid-January or so, there's still no deal, and if it looks like a deal isn't imminent, then employers may start to take out additional taxes to sort of make up for what they perceive as a shortfall. So I don't think that if, January 1st hits and we still don't have a deal, that it will automatically mean that employers will start doing this. There's a lot of big payroll companies out there that are managing this as well for companies large and small, and I think the thinking is let's give them a teeny bit of time to see what can be done. And we know a new Congress is even coming in January 3rd, so they've got the impetus to go ahead and act.
All right, Lynette, thanks so much. And I know you'll be watching, we'll be watching to see what happens to people who don't even have a job and people who are on Medicare or think they're going to be getting into the program sometime soon. Thank you.
That's right. You're welcome.